What up, hombres? Neo here. And you must eat this pill, cause the world is an illusion, and if you don't, you're gonna live happily ever after. What up, guys? PK here, and it's Mad Lad Monday. What was I supposed to say again? Mad Lad Monday. I have not written a script and am indeed winging this whole intro out of nothing because only a mad lad would do that. True story. I just clicked record. I was like, I wonder where this goes. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. Roll the intro. Oh wait, I'm the one who does that. What up, mad lads? PK here. Now, in today's video, we're returning to the legendary meme video that we made a couple of months ago called the Level 1 Elf, in which I memed around on legend difficulty as a Level 1 Elf. And now something interesting happened when I, at the end of the video, what happened was I accidentally forgot to leave the game, and so I got Level 2. Yeah. And the problem was that I couldn't just, I hadn't paid for the game on that account. I just family shared it, but you can't do that more than once, I believe. And so we were stuck with a level 2 elf. And at first I was like, God darn it, the meme died with the video. Then I realized, level 2 elf. Double the power. Cataclysm difficulty. Genius! And incidentally, in the making of this video, I wouldn't say proved a stigma, but there's this feeling, hypothesis, whatever you want to call it, that I've had that when it comes to sort of the toxicity of the different difficulties, legend is way worse than kata. That's sort of just based off experience, right? That's not, I couldn't prove that even if I tried. But it's been my sense for a long time that there's, not only is the disparity in skill level, sort of the worst to the best in a given skill range on a given difficulty, not only is that way higher on legend difficulty, but I've always had the sense that a lot more toxicity is going on legend than on kata. Partially, I think this is due to the fact that on legend you're already getting the best rewards for winning, which means there's more of an incentive to go quickly into legend than there is to go quickly into cataclysm. So on kata, quite often people don't care as much about winning as they do on legend. And it's not that they don't care about winning, of course everyone wants to win, it's just that I feel like people are a bit more large in general on cataclysm difficulty. And the interesting part here being that despite my best I actually tried very hard for someone to kick me, and it just didn't happen. People were too nice on Cataclysm difficulty. I did manage to screw up one game, and it's not that when I say tried to get kicked, it's not that I was neither toxic nor intentionally tried to lose. Nothing like that, right? I just went in and I said about a bunch of random shit in chat, and I assumed that people would, because in the first video it literally took me days. Like I'd be sitting for like an hour just trying to get into a game where I didn't get kicked, right? And then I'd sort of give up and I'd try again the next day. But on kata, literally, I shit you, my first attempt at getting into a game, I got into a Chaos Wastes run where, so essentially with no talents, right? But I felt like I didn't know if you guys would think that was funny because your power isn't going to be lower there. It's just that you don't have any talents. And we got all the way to, I believe, the second or third last map, the last map before the Citadel, and we unfortunately lost there. But also then I queued a normal kata game, and I got into a game, and I won the game on Cataclysm difficulty. It was Skirgate, But I thought afterwards, I was like, but I need some more memeing, right? I didn't meme them at the end, which we'll see later in the video. But I kept trying. And essentially, we're going to start the video out with my successful memeing of, of at least one game. So anyways, let's get through it.
Things are bad enough already.
What's up, Gandalf?
What's up, Gandalf? How you doing, bro? I actually think I've played with him before. At 111 HP.
Should do it.
Incidentally, it was my least favorite map. But let me make one thing clear. I was prepared to play the whole map. No doubt about it. And when I say I tried to get, you know, it's not that. But look, notice in the chat, 2 of you with 200 ping should just leave. And I thought to myself, wait a sec, let me just see. Wait, but that's not me. But he's looking, he's holding down tab, and he's telling the 2 people that are not level 2 should lead the game, right?
I like how you tell them to leave whilst I'm level 2.
That was my actual thought. Like,
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks, don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
he just stopped the game.
Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. This shit, I'm out.
I thought that was hilarious. I just like, wait a second. I have 2 people with 200 ping and 1 guy who's level 2. Oh hell no! And I actually went in and looked, and he actually just queued up again with himself on the same map. I mean, I assume he was trying to probably trying to get the cata frame or some shit like that. So he, you know, I understand. Let me just make that clear. I don't think he acted in bad faith or anything. I totally get where he's coming from. Like, 2 people with 200 ping and 1 guy who's level 2. You know what? I don't think I'm gonna waste the time getting all the way to the end just to lose. But I just thought it was so funny. I'm not gonna lie. Tears of joy, almost. I'm sorry, Mr. Retard. I apologize. But it was just, that was glorious. Anyways, let's move on to the slightly more serious game. Right, here we go. Level 2 elf, double the power. So the one thing that's different from last time is I've since managed to get 300 item power, right? So last time I believe I was at like 200 item power or something like that. So I felt like that was gonna be at least somewhat, I wouldn't say necessary. Could probably manage to survive without it, but then I'd have like literally no impact. Then it would just be a matter of staying alive and nothing else. I just muted my Discord server. Did I not cut this out? No, clearly I didn't. I think I managed to get in here. Those of you that are slightly confused as to what I'm doing, if you haven't watched the first video, the idea is that you can't join a Cataclysm game on a level 1 elf, because on a level 1 elf, or 2 in this case, it's impossible to have high enough power. So what I've done is I've essentially found a way around this that requires the hero you're on, if you have one hero with high enough power, and you then try to join the game, but that hero is already taken, then it does allow you, because then it registers, oh, he has enough power, he can join. Oh, his hero is taken, so he has to pick a new hero, then you pick a new hero. So essentially I was looking for games where where Saltspire was taken, and the elf was not. Those are the only games I could join, which did, you know, limit the scope a little bit.
Hesitate at every turn.
And I was afraid that someone would recognize, because I thought she was level 18 was like my old account name before I made the party knife. And some people know that, and I did have an issue with when filming the first video, that there were some lobbies I joined that already knew, that figured me out based off my name, which was no knife, no party. I know, big brains. But I thought I was gonna change it to level 2 elf. Unfortunately, that change didn't take effect instantaneously. And now the secret weapon that I had for the making of this video that I didn't have last time is of course the Moonfire bow. I seem to recall that I screw up early here. But that's my only, I believe there's only one time where I fall in the entire map, and that's here in the beginning. And I sincerely believe, unfortunately you can't see the end screen, because that requires being there for the end, and that would level up my elf. Can't allow that. But I sincerely believe that I have the highest damage done. I shit you not. I am almost certain that I have the highest damage done, highest amount of special kills, maybe even armored kills. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. You see right there. I couldn't see anything, and then I got face fucked by an assassin. And you know, I didn't want to get kicked right in the beginning, which is why I didn't start out memeing on this one. I felt like, skill brigade, that's gonna be a nice map to sort of play it on. And it actually went like a charm, not gonna lie. A little bit sad that I died there early on, but it's what it is. Definitely, you know, I started memeing around when we get to the final boss. Now, in a lot of ways, one way you could look at what it's like to play a level 2 elf here is imagine that you're playing Chaos Waste. Chaos Waste, you start out with 450 power. At 450. And a bunch of talents. Now imagine that instead you have no talents, but you also only have 320 power. Then you get a pretty good sense of what it's like to play level 2 elf. But it really helped that I had the Moonfire bow, not gonna lie. That definitely made things a lot easier DPS-wise. I don't think I would have been able to deal the highest damage, assuming I did, because obviously I can't know that for a fact, but I genuinely think I did. That's how well I feel like things went. Get a little bit further. Obviously pulling off the 360, as is mandatory. Grabbing a little bit of that ravaged art, because we're cultural. We're a man of we're a man of. We're a woman of culture. We're an elf of culture. This is a good place to explain that when you hear a special here, it can really only come from two places, right? So if you look ahead and it's not there, then it's most likely gonna come from behind.
Hold your breath and shield your eyes.
Don't step in the gas. I step.
Not just that, I'd even go as far as to say I think I did the most boss damage of anyone on the actual boss fight at the end. And I genuinely mean that. I was really, this was like, I believe this was in the morning. It was my first game, like, after having slept for quite some time, and I just remember feeling, you know, one of those days where, like, oh yeah, I've slept well, I'm like, I'm ready, I got this. Which I feel right now as well. Which is why right after recording of this video and making of this video, I'm gonna go play some. Walking into that gate, overtaking the wizard like a champion. Looking out for loot rat. Yeah, obviously, my elf sense was tingling, so I knew it was gonna be there. You know, elves, they can like smell out loot. And green circles. They're drawn to them. Like flies to dead flesh. I was so mad there, I was like, I thought I picked up the bomb. Like, wait a second. Oh, hell no! Did you steal my bomb? Obviously kidding.
Dead.
How dare you! Big spawn right there. Always a health cup there for those that did not know. I was trying, sort of, you know, to, in classic elf style, sort of be rushing, but without really doing it, right? Because I don't like being annoying. I don't like being sort of, you know, cancerous, right? so I did try to stick with the team, but while still having, you know, a little bit of that elf swagger of just, you know, farming, sort of trying the hardest I possibly could to grind every green circle, without actually risking putting the game overboard, right? And without being super duper annoying. You know, things like that, right? I'm like, I'm just gonna use my ulti here because I can. But you see there, I didn't want to just, I could have just taken that pot, drank it, and moved forward, right? I chose not to do that because, again, that's where I feel like the skill is. If everyone had already had a potion, then I would have done it. But when everyone doesn't have a potion, there's a word for that, and it's called being a dick. So, yes, that's a sentence, not a word, but... I'm just trying to explain my philosophy going into the game. That is the problem, however, with the Moonfire Bow, when you're trying to last hit stuff and trying to get them sweet, sweet green circles, is that it takes time to act, so you don't always get those sweet, sweet last hits.
I hear a blight stormer. It must be.
I hear a blight stormer. And really, in order to get good DPS, I want to use my bow as much as I can. Because the problem is that when you're this low in power, your attacks don't really cleave or stagger through very much. Thankfully, they still do stagger trash minions, so you're not completely 100% helpless. But they don't cleave through very many of them. I'd say at most they cleave through 3 minions on Kata. Whereas normally they might cleave through 4 or 5, something like that. I don't base that on actual numbers, that's just my estimates. I guess it should be with 320 power in total versus the normal 650. I guess it should be just about half. That's some big brain math right there. Boom! Nailed it. Got that last thing. Nope. Got that.
That's a blight stormer.
Up in first try.
Stormer's dead on the ground.
Woo! didn't really show here, but a good technique, I would say, especially in the Chaos Waste, whenever you get to one of these ledges, it'd be a good idea just to take a shot around the block, so to speak, and sort of aggro a collection of ambient minions to you, and clear that out first. Also, I have no idea. Wait, completely forgot about that. Wait, we're just gonna have to rewatch that. Where the hell did that come from? Okay, so there's. Okay, she just said God Runner, but there's nothing behind us. Wait, was there a frame there where it jumped me from the right? Sorry about this, but I really want to know. I always get so curious with these things. I think I saw, if you look in the bottom right side here, I feel like I just saw the God Runner miss me. Right there. Was I wrong? And so it jumped me from behind. I'm not 100% on this. It's going to be very, very hard. You saw that? Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. 100%. It was there. So I without knowing it, I have dodged. There! No, I moved just past it. You can't see it because of my... Wait. Actually, I'm a moron. I didn't even consider the fact that you can't even see it because my picture's there. Okay, we'll try one more time. Okay, look in the bottom right corner. See that? That's a gutter runner. And it's gone. Right? It's actually still there, but so I got jumped from behind. Because I remember feeling so like, wait, where the hell did that come from? But I guess that makes sense. It jumped me without me knowing, and yeah, then it arrived right behind me, and I didn't even know. But we're talking a couple of frames there at most. Sneaky motherfucker. Oh, I guess I remember wrong. I guess I got down twice. I mean, I got saved, so I didn't get down, but yeah. Feel offended on my own behalf. That ulti only taking out a single berserker. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. You know, normally I may not have used my ulti, my Kongpot here, but then I thought of those sweet green circles and how I absolutely needed them, despite not even being there to actually get them. Didn't matter, in principle. I absolutely needed those green circles. Are you, Saltspire? Are you really on my side? Are you not trying to take away those sweet, sweet green circles from me? I think you are, and I think you know it.
Oh, for the love of, there's a walk by a thrower nearby.
Don't be like that. This is only for the meme. Don't be that guy in actual normal games.
Another dead weapon rack.
It means to kill us as it dies.
That feeling when you like really want to shoot something and then you realize you're out of charges on your Moonfire bow. Feels bad.
I spy a potion.
That was another kiss. Ah!
Chaos warrior made life.
Stealing my Kongpot, you goddamn wizard! I can't blame her. But in the moment, I was like, damn it! Trying to take away my Kongpot, and then I saw this one. I was like, ha! Everyone has a potion. Just drink the strength pot, and then I don't have to care.
New priority. Kill that walk by a thrower now.
Saw that? Just taking in that last hit before. Just to get them special kills. Like, it was already dead. I only took that shot because I wanted the special.
revolting.
Again, in true elf fashion, being I wouldn't say selfish again, because if anyone didn't have healing in their inventories, I wouldn't have done that. So I was being as selfish as I could allow myself to be without it being, you know, toxic, right? But everyone had healing, no one was low. So it was an equal footing between me and the Foot Knight, and in that context of it being equal, I was selfish. That's the way I would say that I played that game. And I wouldn't normally. That's not how I would necessarily normally do it. Not saying that there's no case where I would do like that, but it wouldn't be my default. What was I responding to?
I found a bomb.
I think it was a voice line, right? Ah, yeah, exactly. Where can she? Nope.
I found a bomb.
This potion better hit fast.
Mandatory 720.
Does he really think he's the first scunner whose tedium will have to endure? Cannot hide.
Again, no reason whatsoever to drink that pot, other than wanting the most damage done. I would normally I would have never wasted my potion for that.
By the gate. Get moving. Only halt your strides to finish off exceptionally vile specimens.
I believe that once we get to top of the hill or the mountain, whatever you want to call it, I believe we're about to do something unspeakable. About to waste perfectly good chaos patrol. And I really considered aggroing it, but they sort of, the team had made it fairly clear through their, you know, response that they didn't wanna fight it. No one said it, but it was sort of the unspoken obviousness of letting it walk past, and I didn't want to be that guy who just, you know, out of nowhere aggroed it. I really thought, I was really like, should I? I really want to, but no. Boom! That was a critical hit for sure. Otherwise, there's no way that last hit that many minions with the power I have.
Are you deaf? There's a chaos warrior near.
I remember being so mad about those two shots. I was like, oh hell no! Really? Really? Stop! Come on! Get your ass over here! Goddamn assassin! I want to kill you. Kind of hoping that someone would accidentally aggro it. I was trying to showcase. I'm not afraid of that patrol. Didn't really work though. Ooh. That was kind of a waste. That did not go as intended. I thought the first wave was going to come from the front, and then the first wave came from behind. I was. Oh, that's so annoying. I don't know, you don't have that power, and you're like, oh, damn it, why won't you die?
Lurking mayflies. Don't let up! We've got hell for you to kill! Until the fire!
Bother. So far, I felt like the game had been going swimmingly, no issues whatsoever at any point. Like overall, And so I would say dare I say it, the team was playing well. Things that do get a little bit more interesting and heated, I would say, when we get to the boss fight, which, you know, was definitely gonna be the biggest struggle. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but the problem about being level 2 and having no talents, the biggest problem, beyond, you know, the lack of damage and so on and so forth, the fact that you don't have a temporary HP talent. Which means you're not generating any temporary HP, which makes health a very, very, very finite resource. And so, when you're at a boss fight with that much going on, right? Because a lot's going on in this Killer Game boss fight, right? You have the first part where, you know, there are minions spawning on all sides, and you have the minigun shooting at you, and then there's sort of the drop down of 𝒮𝔞𝔤𝔢𝔯𝒮𝒮𝔮𝔲𝔞𝔡, and then once you kill 𝒮𝔮𝔬𝔮𝔲𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮 And you know, you really need to watch your health. And I'm not sure how, but I actually managed to get through it without dropping. Also, like looking back here, I'm gonna have to say that I'm actually not I'm not as sure as I thought I was on whether or not I would have had the green circle over the wizard. Because the wizard has the 𝒮𝔴𝔞𝔤𝔢𝔯𝒮𝔮𝔲𝔞𝔡 means she gets a lot of damage done on bosses and stuff. So it's hard to say, it is hard to say. But I was definitely up there.
But twice in a day.
In here, try, you know, farm a little bit of damage there. So it begins.
Guys, you will never believe this, but I was in fact level 1, not so long ago. But now that I am level 2, I have double the power.
Prequel memes? He know? I wasn't sure. I was like, does he know? Is that why he had... No, I don't know.
Ammunition.
Because I also had that problem. After the first game I joined and started writing in chat, someone was like, PK? That you? I was like, God damn it! Now it's ruined! Now it's not funny! If you're just allowing me to be here because you know that it's not funny. I'm really trying to focus my damage here. The 𝒮𝔴𝔞𝔤𝔤𝔢𝔯𝒮𝔮𝔲𝔞𝔡. And dealing not gonna lie, you know, not the highest damage numbers the world has ever seen. Ouch. Didn't even charge for me. I hadn't seen that. Hadn't seen him begun that charge. Holding here to safety. Taking out a couple of trash minions. And whenever you want to be conservative with your health, just start fight some trash minions. Those are always going to be the biggest danger in that context. You know, I had to use my heal early on here. Okay, the 𝒮𝔴𝔞𝔤𝔢𝔯𝔮𝔲𝔞𝔡 actually did a lot of damage, no doubt about it. At least on Death Rattler. I guess no one ever told the wizard that you're supposed to kill 𝒮𝔴𝔞𝔤𝔤𝔢𝔮𝔬𝒓 first, but I thought at this point so much damage had been dealt to Death Rattler that it didn't really matter much. You might as well just get it over with and get straight to the 𝒮𝔴𝔞𝔤𝔤𝔢𝔯𝒮 fight here at that point. We weren't gonna get the third drop down anyways. This is where I would say that the dynamic plays slowly started out. I was surprised to see that it seemed like people actually understood, at least somewhat, to some degree, that you're supposed to be where he's going and not where he is. obviously. Oops. That's intercept them done. And the reason I feel like I may get the edge here is because then the wizard died. Which is also why I had to start getting a little bit more mobile here. Taking Raskin on in more places than just one side. Because theoretically you can employ a different strategy where instead of staying on one side, you're just always going where he's going to be. Which theoretically is gonna have you on one side. As you can see, when you're only 3 people, then it can get sort of slightly more tricky, right? To always be there to stagger him. And at this point, having had such a fluent, good going game, I didn't want to drop the ball at this point. So I really tried my best to ensure that I either died and still had an impact to the extent it was possible. Yeah, I had to give up on that rest right there until I had killed all the minions. Don't remember if I actually get it. I do. A little bit of help from the wizard. I knew as soon as he threw that bomb, he should have teleported away, but he didn't for some reason. Then the wizard died again, unfortunately. I mean, fortunately for my green circles, but you know, unfortunately for the win of the game, right? To be fair, it can be very hard with the Coruscant staff to stay alive. So no hate at all whatsoever. It's totally understandable. And I almost dropped the ball here. I remember. Ah, no! But Michael, you are not fucking dying now. Hell no! Survival mode engaged. Especially because we managed to kill Raskin here. And then the Foot Knight dropped. And then, you know, suddenly everything was a little bit precarious, right? But we did get the wizard up, so everything was fine.
GG, well played. Level 2, life to ease.
Farming more green circles there. It's duh.
So guys, I wish I could stay longer. But the problem is, if I do I would level up, and I think we can all agree, level 3 elf would be unfair for the rats. So GG, well played. Good luck.
And that's it! The level 2 elf was indeed successful. Double the power. Oh yeah! Now to finish up the video, I thought we could take a quick look. And I've cut most of it out, because I thought it was boring to just do me play through most of the chaos wastes. But I've sort of cut into the interesting bits and the meme bits. And then I've also left in the point where we lost. So I thought that would be interesting.
To see you still here, elf.
I too am surprised. My standards are slipping.
So essentially I joined,
You still here, elf.
And then in the beginning of this map, and then we beat this map. There wasn't really time to meme in between the two.
I did it, boys. They said it was impossible, but I did it. I reached a level they thought unreachable. Level 2. It wasn't easy. They said I couldn't do it. Was a long journey. But I have finally doubled my power.
It's a long journey to do. It wasn't easy. I did it. Did it. I reached the level they thought unreachable. 2. It was so fun in the moment. Now here I'm just showcasing part of the end event of a corn blood tornado map. Imagine that's not easy when you have no temp HP. Then suddenly everything stops spawning for some reason. What's going on here? Then I saw an opportunity. Like, wait a second. Maybe they're scared because I'm too high of a level.
I think I scared them away. Probably my high level.
But props to 𝒮𝔞𝔤𝔢𝔯𝒮𝔮𝔲𝔞𝔡 for shooting back all your smell.
Or both.
Possibly both. We beat yet another.
They had no chance versus level 1 elf. And I've since doubled my power.
He got wrecked by level 1 elf. I think he got... Level 1 elf wrecked everyone, right? And now we're level 2. Double the power. As if they ever had a chance. This is where things went sideways. In between, we had a shrine.
Elsewhere.
In that shrine, we purchased a miracle. That miracle is for a boss with 50% extra health and damage, which incidentally happened to spawn as a minotaur, just for context. And I was kinda sad, because I'm about to purchase that boon over there and actually get a unique. And not a bad one either. So at this point I was like, oh hell yeah, this is gonna be like, we're gonna go all the way. But no. We're about to get absolutely wrecked. Just overwhelmed on all sides. I like that the Minotaur, I hadn't even noticed that. The Minotaur just saved the dwarf. Get the hell off him! And now I had the problem of not being able to generate an incendiary HP. Which meant now I had to be extremely defensive. And of course, that also didn't even hit the freaking assassin.
What do you think created them?
Now here, I was kind of in a bad spot, right? Because we have Gunner, we have a gas rat, I have almost no health, I'm one shot away from dying, there's a Minotaur. Essentially I had to go full defense mode here. There's literally one attack from any of those minions and I'm dead. And I had to be very particular here with my positioning due to the Gunner and the gas rat. I tried to draw in here, but then we had monks coming from that exact spot where I was trying to sort of seek refuge. And then I got hit in the back right there. And very quickly, everyone dropped. I did give the zealot the benefit of the doubt. I was ready to leave the game. But I thought, you never know. Maybe he'll pull off something amazing. So I did give him a chance. Have to be ready here just in case. Maybe he can do this. He's really good. And he's still alive. But the moment he dies. That's the game. Ugh. Anyways, that's all I had for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this little Mad Lad Monday video with the level 2 elf, double the power. What will we do next? Will it be level 3 elf, triple the power? I don't know. I haven't thought about that yet. But regardless, I just hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment today down below video if you want to. And as always, love you guys. Stay awesome. Peace out. Where's the music supposed to be here? There we go. Peace out.